When I was diagnosed with scoliosis was in 7th grade when I went to go get a physical for my sports, because that day I was going to the volleyball team tryouts. And when I went, she said, "Oh, we have to test you for scoliosis," and I didn't know what that was. And so she tested me and she was like, "Oh yeah, looks like you have a little curve, but it shouldn't be that bad." But it turned out to be really bad.
That was a shock. You know, we didn't know what to do, so the first thing was to take her, and she was 12, and that year she grew 5 inches. She's extremely tall. But they sent us to an orthopedic doctor, and we went there with her x-rays, and he said that she needed to be put in a Boston brace only at night, and that he would schedule surgery to receive the rod on her spine. So I was adamant that we're not doing that.
My mom searched up like remedies instead of surgery, and she found the Clear Scoliosis Center, and I'm surprised we found it, but I'm really glad we did, because I would have been in like the 80s or the 100s by now with my curve.
A scoliosis in a 12-year-old patient, like when I first met Bella, 50 degrees, RIS 0, that is just a nightmare in terms of managing, because for an orthopedic surgeon, that's a high-risk case that's going to progress to a very large number as she continues to grow in the next 2 or 3 years, like where she is right now. So when we've implemented our treatment process and going through the intensive programs, we're able to make a dent in that progression model.
Now she's leaving at a 39. She came in at a 44. And so as long as we can maintain this 39 for the next year, then we'll be back again next summer. And hopefully we can reduce it another 3 to 5 and then hold it.
When I look in the mirror, I used to be like, "Oh, put your arm up," because nobody wants to see your shoulders and how they're slanted. Like, I don't want people to know. But now I'm okay with it because it's not as noticeable anymore.
We take a few more degrees off this curve. I mean, surgery is definitely not going to be a consideration for her either. So we took a potentially massively progressive curve, reduced the risk of progression, and ended up ahead of the game. Great success.